General Andrews,
and the Dream Stream presents Rapid Runs.
Pre-order the classic 8-bit Dojo jersey today. Don't miss out on this great offer. Buy yours today. Pre-orders close September 25th, so make sure to buy now, buy now, buy now. Customize the name on your jersey at no extra charge. Fit is true to size chart. 90% polyester with 10% spandex. Don't miss out on this great offer. Buy yours today.
Into it.
Yeah, thank you for having us today.
All right, let me go ahead and mute them. All right, Rick's muted and Ari is muted.
Select your hero.
Yo, J-Switch, thank you for getting that. Ladies and gentlemen and non-binary folks, we are ready for some speed runs. The hardest boss. Now, Jorg, I was trying to answer this question yesterday for you. With the glitches or without the glitches? Give me that and I'll answer that question for you. And whenever they click off the screen, the music will go away. As soon as Ari clicks back on the game, immediately the music's gonna come back in. That's something that I don't like that they changed in their updated patchwork that Shredder's Revenge did, but what can you do? It is what it is. But with the glitches in play, what is the worst boss to deal with? Oh, I need my timer up. I don't even have that up yet. I need to make sure to have a timer. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Doodle-do-do. Where's it gonna pop up on the screen? Closing it down. Doodle-do-do. All right, I got my timer now. It's ready.
So what now, fearless leader?
And folks, the timer for this game starts once they go ahead and, because they can click start whenever, because there's like a good 14 seconds before this run can even get going. They get control of their turtle, or if they were not using turtles, Splinter, April, Casey. As soon as you get control of your character, boom, that's when the speedrun starts. As soon as Super Shredder's bar is completely blank, boom, runs over. Let's see what awesomeness that these two have in store for us tonight. Do-do-do-do. Yeah, okay, it does work. Good. All right, folks, here it goes. You excited? And our runners are off. So what you're gonna notice here a lot is that Raphael is going to do a lot of the hard-hitting moves, and Donatello's going to try to cover all of the locations that Raph just can't be at, right? Raph can't be all over the screen. Raph is going to have to do a lot of the damage. So you're going to see them splitting the screen. You might even see them take a top left, bottom right, vice versa, type of setups on certain scenes. That way it allows them to go ahead and take the enemies out as fast as possible, because they can't move on to the next scene until the very last enemy has finally exploded. As soon as that last enemy is like committed to exploding, they can move on. So if they by accident start to juggle an enemy and don't let it explode, they might not be able to scroll the screen. So this is a great start right here. You're going to see a couple of blue foot soldiers appear from the sky. All right, excellent. Look at these business foot soldiers just coming on in and getting taken on out by Donatello's ultimate move. I was gonna say Donatello's Raph move, which doesn't even make sense. So I'm glad I took my time before I said anything. So now if you were doing story mode, some of these doors and things you beat up will actually get you some bonuses. Right now, it just gets some points, but if you're playing story mode, you can unlock other special abilities and things of that nature by stacking those things early on. Also, to answer Hysterical's question, Hysterical, it says 1 to 3 weeks. It has not even been 1 week. So the moderators will eventually get to your runs in Shredder's Revenge. All right, so now, if you're noticing, they're just cleaning up the kitchen. They're moving on. It's time to work out, or at least interrupt an enemy's workout, which is what they did right there. They're going to use this camera as a bonus, clear all the enemies out. They're going to do it again. Oh, it almost got him. It got one of the 3, which was excellent, but not perfect. All right, so what they're going to do here, they're going to deal with blocking enemies. But these blocking enemies are easier to take out if you attack them before they get into their blocking animation. So it's a great start right now. They're showing the Foot Clan that there is no reason that you should take on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and think you'll win. So now they're going to split these enemies up here. Look at that beautiful work by Raphael. Donatello covering, and Raph coming in strong to finish off those enemies. All right, they're gonna want you to get past these enemies without getting hit. Beautiful usage of the lights for the insta kills. So as they prepare here, they're hoping they're gonna have both full bars when they go into fighting Bebop. Now, I'm curious if Ari has practiced the moves for the stun locks or not. If not, you're gonna see the casual way of how you're supposed to go about it, and then they're gonna try to do it to the best of their ability. So let's see here, let's see what happens. Ooh, it looks like someone learned something. Look at this, what a great start here. So what you see right now is Bebop is not gonna leave this animation. Bebop has a fall over animation. Raphael's special locks that up. So what they're doing here right now is they're going to be click and start. It already happened and flashed on the screen. You have a part where your stats for the level come up, be it how many enemies you killed, how fast you did the level. You have to make sure to keep on tap and start because each level is different on when it appears, because otherwise the game just sits there. It doesn't scroll on until you get past that screen. So from a speedrunner's perspective, that matters. Great start for the two of them. All right, folks, this is level 2 of 16, or how it calls it, episode 2 of 16. Oh, you just fixed it, Donnie? Well, that's unfortunate. That's right, bad news boy. You better watch out. How you doing, Taliesin? Well, go. You're not wrong in thinking that. So they're going to use these forced power-ups is basically what they are. And if you notice, they're going to keep spinning and they're going to hit enemies ad nauseum. They're not going to take on any damage during those phases. Enemies have different health. So the purple foot soldiers have 4 total health. That's why it's important what you do for your combos, just as if you were doing your combos on the big axe foot soldiers, those ones have 10 health. So you're gonna see them a lot of the times use their supers so they can try to kill them quickly. Yeah, basically it's one whole season of turtle action. Now these yellow foot soldiers, they only have 2 health. So you might see them do like a single hit and they go down. You just might see that happen. Or they'll throw them, that's an insta-kill. Now you can throw any of the enemies in this game except Stone Warriors, Pizza Monsters, Roadkill Rodneys, and any you can throw any non-blocking foot soldier easily, but there are numerous blocking foot soldiers that you have to take them down to 4 health or below before you can throw them. So a lot of times the fastest thing to do, they're going to use their super to take them out. Well, my favorite animated turtle show was the original OG cartoon. All right, so the problem with these motorcycle enemies is that when they go up with their motorcycle, right, they're doing the wheelie. that hitbox in their favor for attacking you is massive. So you have to do a double jump to get over them, or you try to hit them before they do the wheelie. But thanks for being here, everyone. There's so many awesome faces I see in the chat. Be it from typical individuals or from other runners that are participating this evening. Yeah, I'm all OG. Granted, that's what I grew up on. But I also liked the, what was it? The 2000s? Like the early 2000s series? I thought that was a good one. I really did. So what they used right there was a super pizza, which means they can keep supering as long as there's time above their head. Oh, you've never seen the 80s Ninja Turtles show? My assumption is Nickelodeon owns nowadays. Therefore, it'd have to probably be on their streaming service. Could be wrong, but that'd be my guess. All right, folks, they're going into Rocksteady. They both have supers. They're gonna let Raph again and go for the stun glitch because Rocksteady can fall over. Great start, and it's gonna knock him over. Look at this. Now he's stuck. He's not going anywhere. Now the foot soldiers, they can still attack, right? So it's not perfect by any means, but it's pretty darn sweet.
My horns.
And look at that.
Easy peasy.
Wow, great 2 levels. All right, so here's their first auto-scroller of the entire evening. This is your first auto-scroller of the entire evening. Now, it does matter. Unlike other auto-scrollers in other Turtles games, it does matter that you kill the enemies as fast as possible, because if you do, the next enemies spawn just a little bit quicker. And so you're going to see them taunt to get their supers often. Like them taking out those beetles right there, that is time saved compared to the casual just waiting for them to fly around and leave the screen. Beautiful. And now what will happen sometimes, because they are having to play via netcode, you see how those foot soldiers were a darkened version? They should have been dead, but the game didn't count it, so until they explode, they still are viable enemies. Oh, Nickelodeon doesn't have it? Interesting. I wonder where you could get it. All right, so they're going to take advantage of getting out of the way of these cars because they do have this section memorized. Like, I don't want to get hit. All right, now these ones come in right away doing their wheelies, which kind of throws you off because you got so used to waiting for it. All right, this is where you see Donatello use the super probably. Oh, no, just kidding. Just kidding. That was really clean movement by them, just doing basic attacks. I noticed that. Like, what? So now you don't have to do any damage here. Now, if you did not have a full taunt bar and you were trying to, or sorry, you did not have a full super bar and you wanted to do non-taunts for your run or just playing just because you didn't want to taunt, but you wanted to get that full super bar so you could use it, well, doing damage is what builds up that bar if you decide not to taunt. Nice, look at that. There we go. Awesome. Now what's cool about Donatello's move, just like Casey Jones's move, is that specific kind of charged up looking super, it sucks the enemies in. Raphael, that Cyclone one, only does 4 damage, but he can be mobile. He can move around with it. Squirrel's checking out those jerseys. I like it. And folks, there is a giveaway right after this run is done. So if you want to win a Dauntless Snack Pack, get on in to win. Exclamation point raffle. Ooh, pretty darn good. Beautiful. Ooh, that's all right. He's still got his supercharged. Awesome sauce. All right, so they're going to hope when they kill this truck that they're gonna fight, that the enemy actually ends up on the right side. If the enemy ends up on the left side, it's a 12-second difference in time for just the cutscene animation. It's always interesting in speedruns when those things matter. Great start.
I am one tired turtle.
So you see they do a combination of both, right? Raph's got the fastest taunt in the game, so Raph's constantly going to try to get taunts in. That is just the reality. All right. Oh, it's coming close. It's doing the dance. You never want to see it. All right. Unfortunately, it was the left side. But they wanted to kill before, just kept driving back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. What can you do? Good job. They are moving on. They haven't lost a life yet.
Destroy the turtle.
Ooh, we got a little extra sound clip in there. That was nice of them. All right. This is going to be our first real double boss fight of the entire run. They have to fight both Ground Chuck and Dirtbag.
This ain't gonna be a walk in the park.
Once they get to the boss fight. Yeah, right side's what you want if you want to go fast for that kill, just because there's time lost in animation. It's always, like I said, it's always so interesting. There we go, using some of those obstacles to their advantage. Now the enemies can use the obstacles against you too. So don't, if any of you are curious out there, it's not just for the turtles to use. The Foot Clan can go ahead and jump you as well. Look at this, right when he's about to get a super. Split second away from it. The game was like, nah, dude. Look at that. Use that cyclone to float right over the top of that manhole. I like it. All right, they're moving on. I'm digging it. All right, here we go. So now you're going to start to see the first introduction of one-hit enemies, and that are these arrow foot soldiers. So as soon as those are off the screen, these next enemies will spawn out of the hole here. All right, now they're moving on. They are playing on OK. If you're curious, all the stats should be right here above my head. They are playing Shredder's Revenge on the PC, and they are playing in arcade mode. Just in case anyone forgets. So as you're gonna tell, it's just some of the stuff's gonna be a little bit different than like what Posty and I were doing last night, because that's a different difficulty. Great use of that. Look at those barrels. They took out 4 of the 5 𝐂𝐐𝐍𝐓. That was awesome. So now you notice how the game was a little bit funny with the enemies getting knocked back and forth. And it waited till certain ones exploded on the ground before it would let them roll the screen. That's what I was talking about. So what I like what they did a lot here is they kind of gave you some warnings like, okay, you should be able to avoid this, but it's also to come right at you too, so we're still trying to surprise you because you don't quite know where to stand safely. And yes, these monkeys, they attack both good guys and bad guys. They don't care. They're just monkeying around. Some are sleeping like that. This dude, I like this dude. He's taking a sweet little nap. All right, here they go. And we got a monkey just eating up there in the top left here.
Just a minute.
Nice. They're doing really good here, folks. They're making quick clears. They're going to take out this enemy. Oh, never mind. The Stampede did. All right, this boss also, you can do the stun lock. Now, it's only going to, for sure, lock one of them. Sometimes you can lock the second one up. Sometimes.
I am one tired turtle.
All right, there they go. Ground Chuck is locked. They're just going to keep on attacking. And they can build up their super just by attacking Ground Chuck.
This cave gives me the creeps.
All right, Let's go, though. Let's go. All that's left is Dirtbag. That's okay. Dirtbag is stuck there for a little bit. Get him before he goes back down the hole. Oh, my gosh. He's got 2 HP left. Literally 2 HP. There he goes. Dead. Whew. Good job, fellas. All right. Level 4 is done. Now, level 5, folks. Level 5 itself isn't terrible, but the boss that they're going to fight in level 5, he's a butt. It's the Rat King. So for them to be able to do their super like that, because the Rat King also falls over, his is much trickier. So they'll try 4. We'll see if they get it. But for now, they got to get there. We got some foot soldiers reading the news. Or maybe pretending to read the news. Oh, is it really Grill? Nice. Excellent use of a super here. Clearing all the enemies out. Now, purple foot soldiers that come in with items, trash, what else? Usually it's just trash that's above their heads. They're only going to sport 2 HP. Do they lose their super if they get hit? Yes. Unless it's a completely fully charged super. So you're gonna notice here, when they start to build their bar, if they're getting hit, it's gonna disappear. Compared to on Gnarly, if you get hit regardless, you're losing your super. Great use of that barrel. Another great barrel. Roadkill Rodney down. Yeah, great question, Majin. Great question. Now you're gonna see tons and tons of Mausers in here. Why? Because they're going after those rats. Plus, you know Baxter Stockman. He loves just testing. He's one of those scientists where you're like, dude, really? Is there no humanity left in you? The jams in this are amazing. All right, great use so far of this extended super. Funny little mid-level cutscene. Awesome, just one more enemy to go. Donnie's almost to a pizza here. Nice. Inside the air we go. Now Donnie's nice and full again. All right, they're moving on. Yeah, on chill though, you're good to go regardless. Ooh, there we go. Good, good, good. Raph is doing his job, and he's taking out the big boys. All right, so they're almost at the boss here. So I'm going to start to talk about what they need to do to accomplish getting the stun lock on Rat King. So what I do, which is not the fastest, but it's definitely the most consistent, is they're going to need to have Raph have an ult. Then once they get in there, Raph is going to dodge backwards one time, wait a split second, and then do his dodge super, and it's gonna work. And there it is. He's locked. He might just be standing there, but he's locked. Oh yeah, Spazzy, it's already been ran multiple times tonight.
This isn't befitting a king.
Look at that.
Easy peasy.
Locked him up. And that boss right there is so annoying if you don't get the stun lock on him. So then I would say the hardest boss.
You later, geek.
More meltdown.
Now that the glitches are, with the glitches in play. God, none of them feel hard is the thing. It's just a matter of, did you go fast? I would say that the randomness of Wingnut is just, it's annoying. And so it doesn't feel like, oh, I'm going to definitely get what I want to get out of this exchange.
Come and get me.
Oh, I would always stun Rat King. Rat King has got such a random set of variables that causes him to jump back up on top of his stack. Oh, don't worry, we're playing it numerous times tonight. Yeah, get your 8-bit dojo jerseys, folks. Now these enemies, they have a ton of health. They have 12 health. Those big old spider robots. Let's see here. They might use, oh, yeah, they use the shopping cart to take out a couple of enemies. I always like doing that. Gets them right when they land. Oh yeah, there is actually quite a big difference between story mode and arcade mode on boss strategies. And that's the other thing why we made sure to indicate that this is arcade mode and not story mode, because those things do come into play. All right, darn flying beetle dudes again. All right. So Donnie's already breaking down the gate, which is such a smart thing to do there. Because now when they run over here, ding, it's good to go. There we go. Look at that. One of those big boys are down. They got another one, though, coming up. Nice. Donnie did a little bit of damage in there, so when Raph came in with his 10 damage super, able to finish him right off. And yes, you can hit the enemy's projectiles back at them. Now, does that mean it's going to instantly kill them? Not necessarily. All right, so for Tempestra to go quickly, they're going to have to be very specific with how they do their ults. They're going to want to constantly do their ults together and not do a single bit of normal damage. They just want to only do supers, and you can control the pacing of this fight. She doesn't stun, though. She does not get stunned. And yes, that Stink Cloud from Razar does stun. So this fight's going to have to go 3 rounds because there's no way for them to get enough damage in that time. So they're going to have to fight Taka and Razar. Razar, if I could talk right now. That's right, though. 2 supers and she's gone. Or I guess, and like 1 hit. it was 21 health. I couldn't quite tell that. Good job, though. Very good work. Doodle-la-da-dee-dee. Ba-ba-bow. This is really good. Yeah, I mean, Tempestra isn't that bad if you know what to do. But if you're going into these bosses not knowing what to do, Tempestra could definitely ruin you. But if you're well versed in it, you're gonna be just fine. Now this level's got actually lots of sequences with a ton of foot soldiers that you could take them out quickly, or it can be really tough to take out a ton of them. Yeah, folks, if you didn't know, Jin just got done competing and almost qualified. It was a heartbreaker. So hopefully these 2 runners can have a non-heartbreaker during this run. Nice quick work of those enemies. Beautiful. All right. So now the reason why I kept on saying perfect timing had to do with the fact that they were getting a team attack off. Now, you can't turn team attacks off which is kind of annoying. In most instances, they are not good. Once you know the strats that you want to be doing to go fast. Once you know your strats, it's just not that fast. Nice throw. Insta killed that enemy. Oh, and fell right back down the hole too. Another great insta kill. All right, this elevator, because a Turtles game always has to have an elevator. All right, one of them's gonna eventually grab that free super thing because it can only be used on the elevator here. So now the reason why you see that move going off over and over is because he was stuck in a dodge move. So if you're doing a dodge move, you go into a dodge super, which is that kind of burst of energy across the screen there. But they're almost done with this elevator. One enemy to go, and there it is. And if you notice, they're going to hug the right side of the screen a majority of the time because they want to go fast. Walking animation loses time. Oh yeah, if you're playing on Gnarly, so now these white foot soldiers, they can lose you tons of time. Literally tons of time. If they start blocking, they want to jump off screen. And they won't come back on screen for a minimum of 5 seconds. All right, nice recovery. That could have been bad. All right, all right. Uh-oh, they're getting poked, folks. Oh, no. So much pokage. Oh, no, Raph, come back. Oh, he's back. All right, cool. Nice use of that big old box. They're almost to a team pizza, folks. They are just a couple of frames away. There it is. It's hiding inside of that red toolbox. Yo, 𝐂𝐐𝐔, good to see ya. So right now, Arispici and RickRudeMoranis are playing. If you look just down below over there, you can see their names. They can do it here also, folks. They can get a stun lock.
Which one's the bad?
Now, if they get the right amount of damage, Rocksteady won't move anywhere either. But it looks like Rocksteady doesn't want to play nice. No surprises there. Oh, now he stopped moving. This is great. Oh, this is great for them. Oh, nope. He came out of his stun lock. Almost dead. 2 more hits. There it is. He gone. Folks, this is good. They are the worst of problems.
Come on, let's go! Panic in the sky!
I know, though, right? But that's probably why it was the middle name.
Well, that's one way to avoid New York traffic.
So here's our second auto-scroller. This is the level that has that wingnut boss that I was describing earlier. A boss that's not difficult in the sense of what do you need to do. It's just there's so much going on the screen that you can keep on getting knocked around. I love this track. Dynamite. Whoa! Literally blew him up like dynamite right there. That was sick. And again, this level is the same idea. The quicker you kill these enemies, they'll go on to the next set of enemies for you. Actually, him taking that damage would save time. I know it doesn't seem like it would, but it kept the foot soldier from being flying in the air and not dying, because the sooner these enemies die, it's going to transition into the building in front of them. You're going to see it come to the foreground here. There it is. Bada bing, bada boom. And all those things are affected by enemy kills. So now this one's a really good one to have a double set of ults, because you can take all the enemies out as they are coming up into the air. So what they did was a perfect backup plan. What they did was the perfect backup plan. And folks, remember, we do have a giveaway going on, so if you want to win, exclamation point raffle. It's Dauntless Snacks. It's a 13-pack. We're giving away 5 in total tonight. one after each of our 5 events. Yes, you can, Walgo. You just can't give it to the same. Let's say the same person wins, and then you give them your code on top of that. That won't work. That'd be the only instance where what you're asking does not apply. Oh, that missile perfectly interrupted him. They're doing good, folks. Like, they're moving along here. Great use of a super right there. Enemies are trying to gang up on Raph, but Raph, you know him. He has no problem fighting enemies. All right, now they're going to come over here and they're going to be fighting Wingnut in just a matter of moments. We're going to get a cool foreground set of clouds here. It's going to reset the scene. So now you got all these things happening near the Statue of Liberty. Huh. Why are there so many blimps? I guess we have a blimp, so that's normal. So we want to see that this enemy does not leave the screen. So now the nickname for this guy is Storm Wingle. Kind of like Storm Eagle. Just starts diving. So they're good. Now he's firing missiles. This is good. Now getting hit by the missiles sucks. But now you can do damage still. He hasn't left the screen. See how they're stacking damage here? They just need like a couple of supers, and there we go. And done.
Easy peasy.
There are 2 1/4 auto scrollers.
Crisis at Coney Island.
All right, this boss actually is a tough boss to go ahead and do the stun lock for, but it is possible. It is possible. So the plunger foot soldiers are actually pretty annoying as well. They're not as bad as the white blocking foot soldiers, but they are pretty irksome. You see the enemy try to use the obstacle to their advantage, and it almost worked. So yes, this level now will start to show, if y'all remember, those darn floorboards in Turtles 4, they're back. Yeah, you see how they keep on doing their across the screen shots. They'll do these jump back moves. Nice, there's the double kill. Woo! Those foot soldiers stood no chance against Donnie. Good rolls. All right, look at this clear. Only 1 foot soldier left. Raph's like, you know, I need some health here if I'm going to be this aggressive. That was smart. All right, they have a pizza over there. This pizza really does help out in this section because this section gets pretty rough if you don't have it. All right, it's so fun to fight foot soldiers at a carnival. Wait, even the carnies themselves? They're foot soldiers? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Folks, I used to work at a fair, but no, I was not a carny. I was just a customer service person for half the time, and the other half the time I was on the radio. There was a small little radio station. That was really the whole reason why I did it. Now, those Blackfoot soldiers, they're making them look easy, but they're actually pretty tough because as soon as they get hit at all, they jump back and do a diagonal throw of 3. Yo, Bippy T coming on in with a raid. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Look at that. They use the hydrant in their favor. Can we get a shout out for Bippy, pretty please? Thank you, Diva D. Hope you're doing well, Diva. All right, if they both attack the same exact one of these, they can get out of here faster. Look at that. Great work. I'm not running tonight. This is the Dream Races. So we're actually watching somebody else run right now. This is a co-op run of Arispici and RickRudeMoranis. Doing good, Diva. We got a giveaway going on right now. Also, the release of the 8-Bit Dojo jerseys. All right, so for this boss, it's just patience. You want to line up with him and just wait like a second. And hopefully he walks backwards. He didn't. All right, nothing they can do about it. They're just going to have to try to fight him. It's tough. Leatherhead's... now, this will do damage to Leatherhead. He stayed up long enough. That's great. So that barrel will do 8 damage to Leatherhead. I wish they threw it more often because then they could really get some damage. But the punk frogs don't help out that much. He's almost gone. 6 health left. 3 and none. He done.
Gumbo.
Is that Gumbo? Gumbo for Dumbo?
Easy peasy.
Yo, look at that. We just got a Turtles raid from the NES Master. Also very, very good at the Little Mermaid as well. All right. A few screws are loose. Thank you, Diva, for shouting out NES Master. Look at that. These enemies are trying to slow our homies down, folks. All right. So now, this level here. Folks, you can do the move to Metalhead, but I would not suggest it. Why? You can soft lock the game. So if you don't know the exact perfect setup for it, the game will break. Literally, Metalhead will just float off screen and nothing will happen. Sometimes he stays on screen and still nothing will happen. One time I made a mistake. I didn't even try to actually do the move. It just happened because I wasn't paying attention, I guess. And oh man, I was like, wait, what? Yeah, so if they were going for a PB, it would make sense. Versus if they were going for a marathon safe strat, I am stoked to know that they're gonna play it smart. Yeah, a soft lock is when the game is still running and you can move your characters around, but the game will not let you advance anymore. Versus if you hard lock a game, you see how right now Raph is stuck? Similar ideas on a soft lock. That was a minuscule soft lock. But the game doesn't let you eventually leave that animation. But the ones that I'm talking about, the game will stay borked. So a hard lock means the game completely just freezes and you can't do anything at all. And there are some games and speedruns that are like that. All right. Oh, there you go. Computer screens also. I told you there was something else besides trash. It was those CRTs and those computer screens. The move, you'll have to see it. If they do any, okay, an enemy is coming right now. Look at that. Booyah. I will let you all know what the dodge super is. There you go. Donnie just showed it off for you. If you saw that burst of energy going forward, that is a dodge super. Nice. Bum, 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 bum. And look at this ode, folks, right here on the screen. Any of you original Turtles fans, look at this Easter egg. Look at Shredder just telling you what to do. All right, look at this, taking down these Mauser machines. And that's right, even when those Mauser machines go down, they still spit out 2 more Mausers. Compared to the ones over here that are big Mausers that can spit them out. Oh, this one's gonna chomp. It got our boy. Woo, what a great cover. Great cover here. All right, Raph's doing what Raph does best. Does a ton of damage. Now, the reason the enemy didn't die because the enemy got into its grab animation, which allowed it here. Yo, Smelly, good to see ya. The automatic bad Easter egg. I know they fixed it. What the heck's that all about? Hey, Saracel, good to see ya. So you're gonna see them do this. Now, all they're gonna hope for here when they are fighting Metalhead is that Metalhead does not go into his missile mode. He is protected in missile mode. Keeps on doing the kicks back and forth, the Inspector Gadget arms. That's what they want to see. They want to see that. Ah, bummer. Metalhead's got about 20, probably 28 health. Yeah, a little over 10 health left right now. About 6 health. And done.
Also clear to me now. The turtles are my friends.
What happens is the soft lock just has Metalhead floating. And Metalhead just keeps on floating to one side of the screen or the other. And you can keep on trying to attack him. And sometimes he goes off screen completely, like my hand just did. Or he'll stop at the edge and nothing. You can keep on trying to attack him and nothing happens. He just floats there forever.
Dinosaur stampede!
Good question, Bippy. Wacky, how are you doing? Good to see ya. All right, folks. This is a boss fight that I think is such a good one by having your dodge super available, because Zorax can do these stampedes and it's terrible. Ooh, just a little early. Literally just barely. All right, good, clear. Oh, nice, hysterical. All right. There's a stampede. They are safe on the top here. If they just hug the very top, they can't get run over by the stampede. I do like how they have that in a few different places. So now these guys have shields. Those shields will protect them as long as you are not hitting the correct side. Great dodge. That dodge gets you through any of their moves. Here, there, and everywhere. Well, good to see you. All right, he had to go ahead and attack right away because that orange one was going to jump him. So that was super smart. Oh, unfortunate. The enemies just did not come together. Yeah, and this game comes on so many different consoles too. Keanu, how are you doing? So you're gonna notice they're gonna keep on trying to get lots of supers built up because they have lots of dinosaurs to fight. The taunt is a manual input, so you can either taunt or you can build it up through successive attacks. On OK mode, though, if you do not have a full taunt bar, you will lose it if you get hit. That's why you see Raphael, who has the fastest taunt in the game, constantly go for the taunt move instead of always going for damage as a way to build it up. Great clear. Great attack right there. Woo! What a great set of dinos. Oh, that was a cheap shot. Yeah, feel free to ask, folks. I don't know this game perfectly, but I do know a lot about it, so always feel free to ask. So what you're going to see them do here is they're going to keep on using supers, and they got to do just enough damage to make them get warped away. Which they did. There's only a couple of enemies left. Now they're going to want to make sure they have full ults. And they can do the dodge super also on Zorak, but they need to wait for him to walk towards them. Because he's just offline. You see how he's a little bit above them? As soon as he lines up, it's like a step or so, they can do it. Look at that. Boom. And now he's stuck. Now he can still hurt you. He's got weapons all over his body. So like his hitboxes for that are still valid. So you got to be careful about that. But he can't do the stampede mood now. It's huge. It's huge. Isn't that warp cool though? It's not, Allison? I think it's awesome. They did so many good things with this game. Like for me, this is my second favorite Turtle game now. Turtles 4, Turtles in Time still takes the cake. It's just so perfect and smooth. Again, for those that don't play it all the time, I can see why it might not be. But this game is such a great ode. It's been a long time since there's been an awesome Turtle game. Great attack right there. Now that sound, when you hear them say, I'm one tire turtle, that means by accident they hit the super button and they don't have a super to do. That makes sense, Ghosty, yeah. Now that electricity will hurt you, but if they destroy this machine up here, that electricity is gone. See that? So for any of you playing casually, if you don't want the electricity in your way, you can just go ahead and destroy it by destroying the generator up there. See, you see how those blockers are terrible? But then Raph did a super, no problem now. Look at this, he used the obstacle, took down 2 of the 3 higher health enemies. Whew. All right, couple of red foot soldiers to go. Now this is an interesting combination. You got in the air and on the ground enemies. Excellent, both the big boys are down. Now this section's only sneaky if you get caught in the middle because of the spinning fan blades. But if the 2 of them team up on these enemies like they're already doing, it's gonna go pretty smooth. Right now, Raph is just showing off how indestructible he really is. Sportsy, thank you for your 39 months. I see it. Yeah, it's 80s New York. What do you want, huh? So they're going to do an ult here because, again, these are white foot soldiers. It's just the fastest thing to do. Now, if they go on the far, far bottom, you don't ever have to deal with this. You are completely safe. See that? Like, Raph should have gotten caught there. Because he's on the far bottom, he's safe. Now, for these enemies right here, the problem with robot walkers is that they need to be hit with a strong attack, which means it's 2 damage or more. And by hitting with 2 damage or more, it automatically turns them on their back. If you do basic attacks, you need to keep attacking them with basic attacks until they roll on their back. Otherwise, they're going to disappear underground. It's a weird mechanic they have. I personally am irked by it from all the playing I've done, but it is what it is. Now, things I do like is like the electricity hurts both the turtles and the foot soldiers. I think that's really cool. Oh, this is great. They got enough time to finish off these enemies. Beautiful. Smart, smart, smart. So they want to make sure to do lots of 2 damage moves. You see, like that, automatically knocked it over. And that's what they want to do. They want to keep on knocking it over. Because they get hit with one, you saw it, 1 basic, and if it doesn't keep going, they're going to disappear. That's just what they do. That is just their mechanic. Beautiful. Now, Baxter Stockman, they can do all ults to this guy. And the reason why ults matter on him is it stuns him for a split second. And you don't want him to go 3 times back and forth. Once he gets to his 3rd one, he wants Mausers to come out, which means he's getting ready to go into invulnerable frames. So they want to keep on making sure he does not cross the screen. And any way they can slow him down from that, like you see how he stuns right there? That's what I'm talking about. So he's gone twice. He's going for the 3rd one. Once he gets to the other side, he is going to go for doing Mausers. Oh, that was very unfortunate how their supers missed. No, they had this guy. A few more hits. Ooh. 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 Those 2 supers that missed, I thought that was going to do them in. They stuck it out. That was clutch. folks. That was sick. I know it might not seem that way, but hot dang. That was super clutch of what they just pulled off right there. Thank you, Squirrel. That's really kind of you to say. We try to do our dream races up a little bit, a little something something. That's the Foot Clan. The Foot Clan will bring anything and everything, including the kitchen sink. Well, I am 0% surprised. So now they're going to work on very specific sequences here because these rock soldiers are quite irksome. That's a good question, girl. I do not have the episode numbers memorized. I feel like it would have more than that. And even though Donnie's getting knocked over, it's not that bad. See? They cleared that just fine.
Try one of these sides.
All right. Beautiful. Look at this. They're moving on. They're doing great. Now you're going to see some gray ones come on into play. He literally missed by a couple pixels, folks. All right, good job, though. Really good recovery. There we go. Yeah, I really hate the tan ones because they just, no matter what angle, they will go at you diagonally and just come at you. All right, they're moving on. Again, these ones are actually really quick robot walkers. They want to get away. They really try to disappear fast. And then these two are even faster than that last one was. Great attack by them. Wow, what a great clear. So this section's also tough because you've got the robot walkers and multiple black foot soldiers. Remember, the black foot soldiers, if you hit them at all, they try to get away. Great job by Raph to find the last enemy hiding on the screen. So this boss that they're about to get to is a mini boss coming up, and it's called General Trog. And General Trog is just basically he's a super stone warrior is what he is. He is one super stone warrior. Wow, you broke that one. That was great. Good job, Ari. That enemy didn't know what to do. So now when they go into fight General Trog here, they could glitch him. They could. And remember, when he's in the, now they can't glitch him to where he gets stuck. It's a glitch that he goes flying off the screen, but he is a tough one to deal with. That's why you're gonna notice they're gonna do a lot of basic attacks on him. Because eventually that does become a little bit better. Awesome, he's almost down. One more ult and he's gone. Literally 2 HP. He's blocking with his shield. It's all right, folks. Don't worry about Donnie. Donnie's got a pizza coming right up to him. It's gonna be at the top of the screen. He's gonna grab it. Oof. Now you can kill those robot walkers with an ult, but they have to be overturned already. If they're in normal form, it's not going to do anything. All right, this next section they're about to get into, just past this, is going to have the white foot soldiers and a bunch of lasers. This can get really tricky if you're not using ults right here. Because there's that, and then there's these two that come flying in from the side. You see how it gets a little... Look at the reach of Donatello, though. Making it look like I'm a liar. I love it. So they're almost to the boss here. The boss here is Chrome Dome. I was gonna say Technodrome. They are inside the Technodrome. All right, there we go. And all right, stinking robot walkers. All right, green machine time. One more to go, and it's boss time. So now this boss is an ode, or at least how you have to fight him and deal damage. You want to, if you can, get him in 2 rounds. You can't knock him over or anything like that. He's invulnerable until he's kind of kneeling. And the only way to get him to kneel is you throw at the screen, but he has to be off the screen first. Like right now, if they throw him like this, that was perfect. That was absolutely perfect. So now they've got to get as much damage in as possible here. All right, it's gonna be hard for them to get this in 2 rounds now, but they can still get it in 3 rounds. Great throw at the screen. Boom, and just keep on mashing on him. Oh yeah, look at that damage. They both get an ult in by the time he goes around for round 3. They're good. Oh, enemies are trying to throw them off the screen now. Ooh, basic it, yeah! There it is. Whew. Hot dang.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. All right, folks, are you ready for your next and final auto-scroller of the entire game?
Just a minute.
I like how this looks all like it's like black sludge or whatever. That's only because it's blue. So that the blues, the yellows, as you can tell, they gotta get chroma keyed out. So whatever the background is. See, because now I can make it look red. Oh, the background's not, this background's not red enough. No, that's just gonna look like an off black right there. Oh, that's hecka funny. Yo, RGC coming in with the raid. Can we get a shout out? I'm in space. So what's going to come up here in a bit? They're not there yet. They get time to warm up into this level. What's going to happen is, folks, is that they're going to be dealing with pizza monsters. And pizza monsters in this one they're just terrible. So you're going to see them taunting to get their supers. They're going to keep on switching between the 2 of them on who takes which ones, because they are just awful. You're going to see them also stand next to each other when they are waiting for the pizza monsters to spawn. That way they are on screen, because if they stand too far apart, enemies will appear off screen. Wow, unlucky. So unlucky. Good cover, though. Such a good cover. That should have been perfect. It looked really good. Look at that. Awesome. And then they're going to get a section where they're going to get the free supers for the 10 seconds right inside that crag up top there. So here we go. Now you're going to see them just take out all these enemies. And goodbye. Awesome. Now here's some pizza freaking monsters, but there's tons. Like they just keep coming. And now a few foot soldiers show up. You see what I'm talking about? You see all these darn pizza monsters? They're just evil. They are absolutely evil. All right, great job.
Just a minute.
There we go. Now you're gonna see stone warriors pop up out of these holes here. And if you go to the top of the hole, though, the problem is a piece of rock will come out and interrupt you. Woohoo! See, Raph just dodged it. But you see, every time they pop out, there's just a little bit of rock that comes with it. Beautiful. Now they got tons of stone warriors over here. Oh, that interrupted him right as he was getting his super.
Check out my new secret weapon. Just a minute. I want a new size.
They're doing good. Yes, look at that.
Just a minute.
Now, what's interesting about that rock, it's nice because it knocks the enemies over, but only does 2 damage. So a lot of times what will happen there for certain runners is if they don't have a super charged up yet, they'll do that to interrupt the enemy and then give themselves enough time to charge up their super.
Just a minute.
Yeah, only 2 damage. They're almost to a pizza, so Donnie wants that pizza. Is what's going to happen here. And it's a team pizza, which is cool. And I think it's really awesome that they made sure to include team pizzas. So the first few attacks here, you can't knock over Slash either. He's pretty wild. But the first couple attacks, he tries to grab you, so you can super him, run away, and taunt, and he'll do it. But now you see what happened here, since he started doing automatic attacks on him, he's gonna now just start to do whatever. It's really interesting which bosses are triggered by doing basic attacks on them early in their cycles and other ones that aren't. Now that they're at such low health, it doesn't matter. Just take out Slash however you can. Well, yeah, I mean, team pizzas are exclusive to co-op because obviously it's just co-op that needs a team pizza.
Easy peasy.
Folks, we're down to our last full level and 2 total levels of this entire run. There's 4 bosses left, though. They still have 4 bosses left. Now, right after this section of a ton of purple foot soldiers, they're going to deal with 2 big old foot soldier spiders. So they're definitely going to hope that they've got their ults ready for that. And they do. So they're going to deal with a couple of foot soldiers. And here he comes. Nice. Remember, it's got 12 health. That's why it's not an insta-kill when they do their super.
Try one of these sides.
Beautiful moves. Ooh, using that, the obstacle in their favor. Always love seeing that. Nice. So they just took down those enemies with the barrels. You'd love to see it. Now this next section is going to have a ton of enemies. So that was uncool that the enemy left the screen because they had the quick kill there. Great job by Dawn drawing them in. Wow, and they're moving on. That was awesome. So there's a pizza hidden inside that box if any of them needs it. Caveman Ninja, though. No, I want to know more, though, Welgo. What system? There we go. All right. So now these spikes, they have a really huge hitbox. They're not instant death, thank goodness. But they do, they hurt both good guys and bad guys. Nice. Oh, the wipe. Okay, good. Whew. See how annoying the black foot soldiers are? They're so elusive. Great use of their supers. Whew. Nice. That lip slowed down the enemy even. I love it. Okay, so they're double teaming here so they can take out the enemy quickly right there. Awesome teamwork. So they're going to have to go off this weird ledge here. Great movement. Mini cutscene. That's my favorite Krang. For any of you curious, that little that Krang inside that machine, that's my favorite Krang to see. I had the little toy, you know, like this big, the little moving parts. Oh, I loved it. All right, we're gonna see Raph get a double kill here. Oh no! Again, that was off by a couple of pixels. Yeah, the little Krang walker stroller. It's awesome. Those spikes both hurt Raph, but also killed off the Mauser, so that's kind of cool. Yeah, the Michelangelo bike helmet. Nice! Do you still have it? Oh. All right, there we go. No, aw, shoot. So now these are gonna be all offset pizza monsters. So they get kind of weird. Nice, great use of Donatello's ult right there. Oh, is that what it was, Walgo? Okay. So now, because the enemy was in a falling down animation, that's why it didn't give them the damage from the super. If anyone's ever curious, if the enemy does a fall down animation, you can't do damage to them. They're invulnerable during that point in time. Certain enemies don't have fall down animations, like Mausers. So this section can get pretty tricky. It was very smart of Raph to go ahead and use that super. Took down 3 of 4 of the Blackfoot soldiers. They have a Team Pizza coming up really soon here. They just gotta get rid of these last couple enemies and they can move on. There we go, Team Pizza hit. So now what they're gonna be focusing on here is, again, they only wanna do supers on Krang. If they do basics, it changes his entire pattern. They're gonna wanna pay attention where the middle part of the screen is and always move a little bit to the side, and they'll always be out of range of his super. And now I'm talking about Krang's super, which is this big old chain and ball that comes through. See, look at this. See how they're just past the midway point? Whenever that happens.
Just a minute.
Look how close that was. So now Raph can do damage to Krang right here because Raph is the host.
Just a minute.
Donnie can't do any damage until they patch that in there for anyone playing on netcode. If you are playing locally, you can, anyone on the host side of things can do damage even when Krang's split like this. Yeah, look how ridiculous he is. Oh, that's gonna be next week, Nestmaster. That is next week. A couple more hits, they're almost done with Krang. And the cool thing, after this fight, they will get a pizza. Oh my gosh, Krang is being such a butt. There we go. So you're gonna see them charge right now, because they're gonna want to have it for Shredder. They're gonna keep on doing the same thing, the same idea. Super's on Shredder. They're gonna pay attention that Shredder's not doing his electricity animation. If he does electricity animation, no matter what, he's invulnerable. For every single possible split second of that, he's invulnerable. But if he's not doing that, they can both just keep on super. Go taunt, super, taunt, super. They're gonna pay attention to that. And then there's other times where they're gonna offset their supers to slow down the movement of Shredder. Look how smart that was. So even though, yes, Raph missed his ult right there, that's okay because Donnie stunned Super Shredder, or sorry, just normal Shredder, just long enough to buy a little bit of time. Now he's gonna do this weird jumping across the screen move. He's almost dead. He's got 4 health, 3 health, 2 health, and he's done. Boom. Folks, they are moving on to the final level and 2 more bosses to go.
You haven't seen the last of me.
Here we go, folks. Now here's the specialty boss of this game. The first ever appearance of Wrath of the Lady. If you're ever curious what it would be like if Super Krang and the Statue of Liberty did a fusion, here you go. So they already got unlucky with their RNG because the Statue of Liberty decided to move away. Or sorry, the Lady of Tyranny moved away. All right, there you go. You want her to stay right here. You want her doing this. And this is the boss with the most health in the entire game. And Super Shredder's got the second most health. Super Krang, the third most health. All right, though. I'm digging this. This is going pretty well. It went bad at first, but the enemy is staying on the screen. All right, they're going to have to use their supers to hit. Only their supers will work right here. Oh, except Donnie. Donnie's got the longest reach in the game, so that was correct what I was saying, besides not accounting for Donatello, because Donatello's got the bow staff. Folks, 1 boss to go, and it's Super Shredder. And Super Shredder can only be hurt after he's gone crazy, and then he's kind of like catching his breath. That's when they can do it. To get a 3-round kill, you have to be perfect with your damage. However, 4 rounds is awesome.
I will get my revenge.
And folks, if you notice, this is an ode back to Big Apple 3 a.m. Level 2 was Big Apple 3 p.m. But if you notice what time it is on the clock over here, it is now 3 a.m. once again. And you're fighting who? You're fighting Super Shredder. All right, it's coming up here, folks. They're about to get their first rounds of attacks in.
Try one of these sides.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Just a minute.
All right, they got their ults ready. Same idea. They're just waiting for Super Shredder to go quickly here. Come on, Shredder. You want Shredder to do the fire move, moving around. No, there we go. There it is. That's what you want to see. Because then that means he's going to finally move into this and then do this. And now he's available. As long as I get past halfway, then we'll get the preferred sequence, which is great. It's all right. They're still alive. And they both have supers. Boom.
Come and get me.
All right. They only need one more round. He's got almost 20 health. Almost.
Ingenuity.
My revenge?
I was probably behind by about 0.2, 0.3 on that. But folks, there you go. A 112.45. Can we get some GGs in the chat?
Cowabunga!
All right. Look at that. Look at all those GGs flying on in. All right, I'm going to go ahead and unmute our runners.